All right, good morning. We have a quick pop-up lesson from inside the membership, and today's lesson, this will be short 15-minute lesson. We'll have our full lesson tomorrow, but I wanted to do a no blues for our newest member, David M. We have a lot of Davids, which is awesome. Okay, so here's the idea. Let me make sure my sound is off, which it is. And what we're going to do is the top half of the blues scale is such an important thing because you have the blues scale going all the way up. Let's just go over the notes: C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, and C. This is our minor blues scale. And to get that scale, you go 1, flat 3 of any major scale, 4, sharp 4, 5, flat 7, 1. What I love to do is to teach shapes. So we have a top half of the blues scale. We have a bottom half. We have shape 1 is what we call at iMusicAcademy, and at the top we have this shape here: 5, flat 7, root, and minor third. And what's so important about this is you have the middle finger on C. It says I'm offline, but I don't think I'm offline. Somebody who comes in the chat, let me know. Let me just check one thing. I want to make sure we're good. Okay, it says we're live, sort of. Okay, so here we go. Middle finger on whatever key you're in, and you play the top half of the blues. And the reason this is important, it'll work over all the chords. When I go to F, okay, so let's keep going on, and hopefully we'll have somebody come in the chat. I don't know why the stream says we're offline, but it looks to me like we're online. Anyway, we'll figure it out. In the meantime, and we should be public, so not just our membership, but we should have our members and open to the public. All right, so I'm going to keep going, assuming that. So, okay, now it's working. It says we have 3 people watching now. Okay, so here we go. This idea, you'll hear me say often, is that you have these shapes, and these shapes are so important. They work over everything. So if I'm in the key of C, I put my middle finger on C, and then my thumb is set up to be on the 5th, flat 7, and minor third. And I'm going to do this again, just going C, G to C, A. I love this shape for my left hand for beginners, just root 5th and root 6. And I like to do 5-2 and 5-1. I think that's the best fingering. And you just get used to that. In the right hand, we're just going to do this shape, and then in just a minute, we're going to go over David's blues for the day. So we have... So I can do this shape over all the chords, and let me demonstrate that again. I'll go to F, the 4 chord, but I don't change the shape in the right hand. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll do David's blues. All right, let's go ahead and do David's blues. David is our newest member at iMusicAcademy. Very thankful for David. Not only is he so much fun to hang out with on our streams, but he also leaves a lot of comments and sends me emails and tells me what he's working on. I absolutely love it. And the same for everybody else at iMusicAcademy. I'm very thankful for all of you. So here's what we're going to do. Remember that this idea of our shapes is so important because it doesn't matter what key you're in. If somebody said, okay, let's play a G blues, I would say you could put your middle finger on G, and then that sets you up for the top half of the G blues scale. Okay, so it doesn't matter the key. And what you're going to notice is that you use these shapes and it'll help you get set up to be successful in any key. You show up at your friend who's a guitar player and he wants to play in blues in A, and you say, okay, well, how can I survive that? I'm going to put my middle finger on A, and there's my thumb is naturally hanging over the fifth, the flat seven, and the minor third. So you have those 4 notes to do. Okay, so that's the inspiration for today's lesson. And if you would, it says we have 3 people watching now. If you're enjoying this mini lesson, if you would, like the video. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to iMusicAcademy. That'd be awesome. Okay, here we go. David's Blues. Started off with the idea of the top shape. I like the idea of going down to the sharp 4, which is our tritone from C. So it's very basic. And then we're going to stay on that lick, but we're going to switch to F. Back to C. Okay, let me do that so far, what we have. F. Now we're going to jump up here and do the top half of the C blues scale, but we're not going to do the F sharp. We're just going to go up C, E flat, F, which is more minor pentatonic, meaning not the blues scale, but the pentatonic scale that doesn't include the F sharp. We're just going to come up and we're going to do this. And which is minor pentatonic. It doesn't have that F sharp there. Da 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 da. Very closely related to the blues scale. So we're gonna go ba da ba ba da 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 da, and then we'll turn it around. Let's do the end. So let's talk about that ending that we're doing. Any key you're in, if you hit the C's together, for instance, we're in the key of C, da, da, you go up to the major third and chromatically up to the 5th, so it outlines the C triad. And in my right hand, I'm going to hit C and then come down a whole step and then chromatically up and chromatically down in the right hand and arrive at the 5th of whatever key we're in. Which is a great example to do in any key. Let's say if I was playing in the key of F and I wanted to do an ending there or a turnaround, I could go F, F's together, and then I'm going to come down a whole step, so to E flat, which is the flat 7 of F scale, come up the major third of the triad, F triad, and then chromatically. Let's do it back again in C. And that's something you can practice over and over so that you get that. Okay, let's try to put this all together, and then I'll have one little variation for you, and then we'll call it a day. Here we go. Let's do it one more time. Okay, so one little thing you could add to that is play the descending blues scale coming down, and we're going to do it in triplets. Dee da 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 da. Let's do it like let me think of a way that'll make it work. I want it to go right into the song again. Let's do it like that. So we'll actually do the ending. Let's go over your fingering. So it's a descending blues scale coming down, but we're going to go 4 or 3. 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it starts over. So we have 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. How about that? That'll be you wouldn't do that every time, but just as a fun way to get our blues scale flowing in a musical context. So 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. I should have done that. So to get the fingering, you could go 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1. So we'll do the 4, 1, and 2. So do an octave G on the bottom, and then start it over. First this 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. All right, this is David M's Blues. David is our newest member. We're celebrating David. That's why we're calling this the David M No Blues Blues, because this is a happy thing. And it's just simply using the top shape of the blues, which is such an important thing to do. And I want everybody to make sure you do that. We have 4 people watching now. If you're enjoying this, do me a favor and like this video. I'm showing 1 like. That can't be right. Nobody's ever just done no likes. Let's just see. Oh, we have 3 likes. Okay. 4 people watching and 3 likes. That at least lets me know that you guys are out there and hopefully enjoying this. All right, so let's tighten up this idea again. And here are your takeaways from today's lesson. I'm just going for another 5 minutes, so hang in there with me. First takeaway is the top half of the blues scale. Such an important thing to use, and it helps you play in any key and survive and thrive in playing the blues. The next thing is we're going to just do C, G to C, A. Get that very basic thing. It's the one we like to teach at iMusicAcademy. You can do it in 1/8 notes if you want to. So I could play it like this. So you see what I'm doing right there is I'm going away from the actual song and then just practicing the flow of this descending blues scale. Now I have a very weak fourth finger right now because I'm out of alignment, and this is something I just need to figure out how to make that happen myself. So actually, yes, my fourth finger, not my fifth. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this up by doing the song. But here's your other takeaway. You have da ba da 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 da. You're going to practice that middle finger starting on whatever note you're on. Then you have this walk up. Da 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 da. Remember, you can do this in any key. C up to E, the third note of the scale, chromatically up to the fifth. You need to learn that in any key, starting the root up to the third. And then with your right hand, you're going to go C down a whole step, chromatically down to the fifth. And that's a good exercise for you to practice no matter what key you're in. Let's say if I was in B flat, I'm going to go down a whole step, that gives me the flat 7, and going up the third of the triad, and then I wind up at the fifths together. If I was in the key of G, if I'm in A flat and I go A flat, I'm going to go up to the third. So it doesn't matter the key. You'll start to notice that if you practice these little things and you isolate these examples, it'll really get in your ear and you'll be able to use your theory to sort of play in any key. So, all right, the last takeaway was the descending blues scale as an exercise, and 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. And make sure you get this fingering down. You can either use 3 2 1, 4 3 2 1 2 1, and then it starts over, or you can go 4 3 1 4 3 1 4 3 1 4 3 2 1 2 1. All right, so let's do the whole thing. Again, a shout out on our normal lessons, our Mondays and Thursdays with our membership. But I always do pop-up lessons. You guys know I'll sneak them in there. And today I thought I'd go live for everybody. So if you have enjoyed this and you're part of our YouTube community, I would love it if you would leave a like and even a comment. That's always awesome too. I want to encourage you guys to practice and always have fun with music. Here we go. David M's No Blues Blues. Slowly. Tritone. All right, now I'm about to wrap up. My alarm just went off, but I want to also encourage you that even this example of the descending blues scale, 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then, is a nice little idea in triplets that you could weave into your solos. Let's say I was just playing David's tune. I go and 3 and 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and then 3 and. A great example to just weave into your practice. So we have. So you'd use this little descending blues scale as a way to work on your technique. 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then. Also, from an eighth note perspective, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We use that in our tune called I see a pattern blues. The more I look, I see a pattern. And it does that little Oscar Peterson idea. So just remember that descending blues scale, especially when you start in the 8th note, is really nice. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so let's go over David's blues one more time. And as a reminder to our iMusicAcademy family, once you learn these songs, these simple things like the one we did today, you can change your bass line up. You can do quarter notes. You can do 8th notes. I kind of like that. Listen to this, and 2, and then 3, and then 4. So then when it's time, that's right, Vicky, good to see you, good morning. When it's time to improvise, remember that all you need, technically, are these 4 notes right here. First 4 notes of the blues scale, so you go. Or I could go. Alright, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this mini lesson. If you have, please like this video, leave a comment, and just let me know how things are going with your practicing. And I'm always here to help you if you're trying to figure things out, like how do you lock up the hands? What's up? There's the man of the hour. David, good to see you. David, you have a new tune. Being our newest member at iMusicAcademy. So that's your song. I'm going to play it for you one time since I'm about to sign off. David, so good to see you, and thank you for checking in for your own song. That's the way a famous person does. They show up, they're the star of the show, they just breeze in, breeze out at the last minute. But David, thanks to you, everybody gets to have these little tips for the day, and this is a pop-up lesson, so David, you're not late for today. You never know when I'm just going to show up on a non-teaching day for iMusicAcademy. And here are my 30-second tips for you, David, and then you can go back and watch the replay of this. We're going to do this. You have, thanks to David's song, you have the top half of the blues scale. Normally C, E flat, F, F sharp, G, B flat, C. and I want you to put your middle finger on this top half of the blues scale. So it doesn't matter what key you're in, you put your middle finger there, and that gives you 4 notes that are going to sound amazing for your blues. And I want you to have fun mixing all that up. The other thing I added was the F sharp. I love the sound of the tension of the tritone. And even the anticipation does it again. And then the other thing is when I go to F, the 4 chord of the blues, you stay with these notes. That's the beauty of this. And then we went pentatonic right here. We're not using the F sharp, and we go da 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 da, right out of the pentatonic notes. Da 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 da. Now here we do the trick of getting back to the top of the song. C, B flat against the E. So root 3rd, chromatically up to the 5th. Down a whole step, chromatically get to the G. Da, 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 da. And then the other thing we added was the idea of the blues scale, descending blues scale coming down. You could do it in 8th notes, but in order to make it all work, we're going to play the turnaround. Da, da, da. 1 and 2 and then 3 and then 4 and the fingering is 4 3 1 4 3 1. I keep saying it wrong every time. 4 3 1 4 3 2 1 2 1 2, and it takes you back to the top. And you could do 3 2 1 4 3 2 1 2. So I just like, for some reason I like 4, and I'm having trouble with my 4th finger anyway, so I probably need to work it and get adjusted. David, I hope you have a great day. Vicky, good to see you, and to all of our members as well. David, just so you know, we have an IMA family songbook, and we have Everybody Gets a Song. So there are several new members that I still have to make songs for, so I'm going to be doing that, and then that might be a nice Christmas gift again for our group this next week to have our new songs. This is not a hard song, but it sure is a great reminder that we have the top half of the blues scale. I'm going to play it one more time to play us out, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's lesson. Blues scale is your friend. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you in the membership area tomorrow. And thanks so much to our YouTube community hanging out with us today. You guys are awesome. Hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you in the next video.